Are there any drugs in this house?
If there are, you better find them and give them to me immediately. Ooh, drugs in the house. Ah, wrong time.
Some food, and on the way back I was trying to think what the fuck we should do for the next episode, and I remembered that I had sent Isaac some shit where they did SpongeBob the musical.
I'm surprised. I breezed right through it. I didn't even look at it. I'm surprised.
This was the funny, and I remembered, I was like, yo, the funniest part of that shit was when I said to him, he's like, so they're not in the suits? He expected them to be dressed up like fucking Ice-Capades or something. Like in SpongeBob costume. He was so disappointed that they weren't like dressed up.
When I first heard this show, I'm like, first of all, I don't like musicals in the first place, so I was already not going to do it.
But the shit that fucking the reason that I watched it is because supposedly the shit was a hit.
Of course, because it's fucking SpongeBob. Well, no, in terms of dollars.
No, a hit with like Broadway audience.
Oh, views with critics?
Yes. Not with fucking children.
It was French.
Yeah, nigga, with fucking critics and shit.
Credits.
So this is a guy. He does a.
I'm Jimmy Davis.
Not him. I'm Jimmy Davis. Broadway is for fags. But yeah, this is a dude I originally watched him because he did one about Spider-Man the musical, which was a hilarious fucking just train wreck.
Spider-Man the musical?
Yes, nigga. Like,
how the fuck you do that?
Mad people got hurt because they kept
I'm not surprised.
You're too young to remember this. They kept like having like do like the spins and the flips and like webbing around, and then like the fucking shit would break and this nigga fall fucking 30 feet, almost die. New actor has to be cast because the first one's almost fucking dead.
Oh god, mad fucking understudies was needed for that shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, so this guy, he does his whole channel. It's called Walt and the Wings. I think the wings are like the two sides of the stage.
Walt and the Wings.
I think his name is Walt. And the wings are, I think, the two sides of the
stage.
Yeah, Walt and the Wings. So he does all Broadway shit. So I watched a few of these episodes, and some of them were kind of interesting. And I saw one with like fucking SpongeBob. He has one about Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is a musical now, and it's popular.
Didn't I know that?
It was popular. Like, it did well. It's just crazy.
Welcome back to 23 ABC, and this long-time running cartoon is coming to life. SpongeBob's...
And this is the hilarious part, too. It's like...
all the tabs.
Look
at all the tabs they got open.
They got hella tabs open on the news. That's mad messy.
Come on. That does look...
I'll give you that, Isaac. That's messy. Good one.
Yo, when I edit that shit, I always make sure it's just one you see one fucking...
tab?
Yeah, one tab.
And this is the news.
Yes.
Anyway,
I always double check.
But anyway... Fucking
What the hell does it say? I want to know what their internet history is.
Who cares? I just got mad hell mad tabs open. That shit messy. But you made me forget what the fuck I was gonna say. Thanks. Fuck. What was I gonna say? Yeah, because I've always told Isaac no SpongeBob in the edits.
I would never do that.
Like at all. You know what I mean? Only because I told you not to. I had to tell him before he edited his first video not to do it.
I wasn't going to do it.
You would have.
No.
Yes, you would have.
No.
There would have been a SpongeBob meme or SpongeBob shit that you would have put in there. Yes, there would have.
No.
Yes, there would have.
So I promise you there wouldn't.
Me specifically telling you not to is the only reason there wasn't. But I told him, but now with this one, he gets to put all the SpongeBob in the edit he wants.
I'm probably just going to take this clip from the fucking news thing.
SquarePants will be hitting...
Could you stop looking up shit that we're looking up right
now? I'm looking at the video because I want to see all the tabs. It's like mad Twitter fucking tabs open.
God, it matters.
Because I was just curious of what the fuck. Why is it got so many tabs open?
Nigga nosy like a woman too.
Fuck you. What the fuck, bro?
What are those tabs? What are they looking at?
Because I want to know what the fuck they looking at Twitter. They were on Twitter and shit.
Okay. All right, what are other tabs? They have one that's YouTube. I see a YouTube symbol. What were they watching? Same video.
It's
Probably the same video we're watching.
it's so great. I can't read it.
Yeah.
I can't make it
So
up.
just shut up. Jesus.
Stage in November in Broadway.
Just when you think you've seen everything on Broadway, SpongeBob SquarePants takes things to a whole new level. And that's why it earned 12 well-deserved Tony nominations.
Shit earned 12 Tony nominations. Tonys are the Oscars of Broadway. Wow. It's fucking crazy. What's in one
Props
of
to them. Shit.
That's why what's got the EGOT. What do you call it? The guys from South Park. They have an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Good. That's what's up.
They have a Tony for Book of Mormon. Book of Mormon is hilarious. I had to watch it grainily on YouTube that somebody like snuck a fucking camcorder in there because it cost so much. Well, I could probably go there for a decent price now, but I'm not going to Broadway, bro. I'm good.
One-of-a-kind show is wowing audience.
Oh, look at the guy who plays SpongeBob. Just a little gay theater nerd.
Cyndi Lauper goes on and on and on, and this is one of the stars, Ethan Slater.
Sounds like a lot of
Hoopla! Hoopla!
sounds like a
Singer is a child.
This is nostalgia for me, bro.
The clip comes up from the.
Because this was I remember when I first saw this shit, I
listen.
was dying.
Why?
Because this is the Krusty Krab training video episode. It was no, okay. In this episode, yeah, I'm gonna, wipe your way. Yo, before he even hit record, he even said, I'm gonna immediately regret this. And it's like, dude, what did you expect, bro? What did you expect, bro? Come on, bro, let's be real. What did you expect, bro?
Okay,
you have me up here and we're watching a thing about SpongeBob.
Okay,
this is literally a SpongeBob the
It's
episode.
not a big enough deal for you to be like, okay, this is the episode where SpongeBob first started working at Krusty Krab, and they show him the training video, and they're like,
No.
It's a whole bunch of hoopla.
No, the whole episode is the training video.
We the people watching it, we as in me, because I'm with the audience, because I don't really know shit about SpongeBob. We're sitting
That's
here. Yeah, it is. It's actually good. But it's
great.
good. It's actually
Good
better
for you
than
guys.
fine. It's
Good for
good.
you
It's great. It's wonderful.
Hey, better for y'all.
Listen, he doesn't even let the shit play so we can hear what they're saying.
I know
He says, Hooma! Hooma! Shut up, motherfucker. Okay, good. We got to actually hear it from the cartoon this time. And not from Isaac acting like a giddy child. Who you just put on
fucking play it.
Who you just put on fucking
play
Baby
it.
Shark for.
Play it.
sounds like a lot of hoopla to make over a little Krabby Patty, right? Wrong. Are you ready, kids?
Captain.
Can't help himself. Can't help himself. I literally just told him to shut the fuck up. And it's the part that everyone knows. If you don't know SpongeBob, you know this still.
Of course, because it's iconic. It's like
it's iconic.
Well,
wow.
it's widely known.
Hey,
Isaac.
Isaac.
It's iconic.
Isaac.
My generation would call it iconic because everybody knows it, even though that's not.
None of these people are icons. They're cartoons, nigga. Shut up.
SpongeBob is an iconic character.
Oh, nigga, he's a mascot.
Yeah,
he's just the mascot of Nickelodeon. That's all he is.
And that's what he is. You're right. You're 100% right.
You're 100% right, and I'm 100% right. He's also an icon. Shut up.
What comes next?
Yo, stop dick riding SpongeBob.
Yo, bro, chill out, bro.
Oh, I gotta say it.
Yo, bro, what the fuck?
When you acting the way you acting, I gotta say it.
When I was growing up, this scene
in the first ending show of SpongeBob, when he has his underwear on in the beginning of this serendipity.
Familiar sight. We'd wake up on a Saturday morning with the sun peeking in through the window, then with our Batman or Powerpuff Girl pajamas on.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What? Okay.
Yeah, this nigga wore Powerpuff Girl pajamas. He like Broadway. I'm about to roast this dude.
Kitchen where we pour a delicious bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Turn on the TV.
Fruity Pebbles? Okay, no.
Yo, this nigga, he gay.
Okay, listen.
He gay. Listen.
Fruity Pebbles
he
as
gay.
a cereal, it's not bad, but that's not my first choice.
I know, he gay. He like Fruity Pebbles because he gay.
I eat Fruity Pebbles, but that's not my first choice, bro.
Because he a Fruity Pebble, get it?
Vibrant colors would dance across our eyes as we watched to see what trouble Rudy to
Rudy to Booty. Nobody fucked with Chalk Zone, bro.
Wait, what?
Nobody fucked with Chalk Zone, bro.
Chalk Zone?
Yeah, there was a show called Chalk Zone. Nobody fucked with that shit, bro. Nobody fucked with Rudy to Booty and Chalk Zone, bro.
What the hell is Rudy to Booty?
That's the main character's name from Chalk Zone, bro. Nobody fucks with Chalk Zone, bro. Chalk Zone was trash, bro.
Chalk Zone.
Now you showing some Ren and Stimpy? Yeah, we used to fuck with that. You showing that Doug? You used to fuck with that Doug.
Was
Shut up.
Sorry.
Shut up. Cause hold on, they
Turn on the TV.
about to show
and
hits.
sit down on
Not that bullshit you
couch
talking about.
and
You
roll
talking
into
hits. Shit, you got the hits. You got fucking you got motherfucking Invader Zim was kind of whack. Hey Arnold though, Hey Arnold was a very good show, like incredibly good show. That's a really, really good show. That's one of those shows where I say where like you watch as a kid, you're like, oh, I love the show. And you watch as an adult, you're like, wow, this shit is actually still good. This is not a bunch of bullshit. Not like most of the shit you watch as an adult, you're like, yo, I used to like this nonsense.
world of the Nicktoon. As we watch to see what trouble Rudy to Booty would get in on the newest episode of Chalk Zone, or how Cat Dog would beat each other's throats.
Okay, Cat Dog was good. I like Cat Dog.
I was about to say, wasn't Cat Dog?
Cat Dog.
Before you cut me off and told me to shut the fuck up.
Cat Dog. In the whole of the world is a little Cat Dog.
If you didn't grow up with Saturday morning cartoons in the late 90s.
Yeah, but guess what? I don't think any of these. Oh, that's Kablam. That's what Kablam. None of this shit came on a Saturday morning.
Nautical creature.
Until 1999.
SquarePants.
But the shits weren't Saturday morning cartoons. The shits come on in the afternoon.
That's true. After school.
All these shits were afternoon cartoons.
SpongeBob has become even more ingrained in society. He's everywhere. On backpacks and clothing, in video games, movies, even in hip-hop music. As of 2019,
was that Kanye? Was that Kanye?
It was just a picture of this
Was that
nigga.
Ye?
It was just a picture of this nigga with Kanye West. It's like, what? You didn't even give no fucking...
It was edited in there.
You didn't give no context.
It was just a fucking SpongeBob edited next to Kanye.
Yo, you didn't give me no sample of like what person ever sampled him or not. He's been in hip hop music, and it's just him next to fucking Kanye on stage during the Yeezus tour.
$13 billion industry.
Yeah, I'm about to bring my nigga out on stage, and then SpongeBob come out on the stage. But what did he say? What did he say about $13 trillion?
In video games, movies, and hip hop music. Looking at that in perspective, that is a remarkable run. Especially when considering that the year that SpongeBob premiered, it was in the same lineup as shows like Rugrats.
Yo, they just showed a clip from the show where SpongeBob is shaped like the state of Texas, and this nigga Isaac just starts laughing.
Because I remember that episode.
So what?
It was funny.
They showed some shit from Ren and Stimpy and Cat Dog. I remember. I'm not like, I remember that. It's that funny? It's SpongeBob. It's not that funny, though.
SpongeBob was hilarious to me. It's not funny to you, but it's funny to me, bro.
But yeah, it was funny then when he was a child. It's still funny to now.
Yeah, because it's nostalgia. And
Wow, you a nostalgia monkey.
I like my nostalgia.
I like my nostalgia.
Uncut, pure.
It makes me feel comfortable.
It gets in my veins.
It makes me feel comfortable in my uncomfortable body.
Okay. Wait, what?
I was like, yo, why you all tired? And she was like, I don't know.
Oh, that's my body.
I don't know, it's my body.
Yeah, because I was trying to make him an excuse.
I don't know, I think it's just my body. I'm a growing boy. It's just my body.
I'm a growing boy, it's my body. And it was funny.
Rocket Power and the criminally underrated
Kablam was
While those shows
I like the Recess.
Nickelodeon at the time.
It's not in this.
Okay, I was about to say, was that different? Was that different? That was Disney,
Not
damn it.
SpongeBob. And so, after conquering nearly every medium he could, the question began to rise of, what else can SpongeBob do? The answer was one that no one exactly expected or really asked for. SpongeBob would catch a bus, or at least try to, and take the trip to Broadway.
Yo, they showed a clip from I guess an episode where SpongeBob couldn't catch the bus.
He was stuck in rock bottom.
Shut up. The guy goes, and then SpongeBob goes to catch a bus because he's about to say to New York City or to like Broadway, and he goes, or does it? And he shows a clip from that episode where SpongeBob.
And I'm sitting over here giggling
and
like
Isaac is over there like
I'm trying to hold it in.
He's holding it in like.
Because he's so funny.
Oh, that's the episode where Jesus Christ. I think this show has you brainwashed.
Okay, I'll say this. The later episodes, the ones that me and my friends were like, yo, this shit is like, it's not funny.
Oh, yes,
it sucks.
Oh, yes.
The new ones suck.
Oh, yeah, I used to meet up and have meetings about it.
That's a good one. That's a good one, bro. No,
it's not a good one. I don't even think it's a joke. I think that's real.
Nigga, we've been talking about it like at lunch, whatever. We're not having meetups for this shit.
The order of Bikini Bottom comes to order. All right. Anything anybody wants to bring
Bikini
up?
Bottom Council meets.
Isaac, what?
That's a good one. You're funny.
Stop saying that's a good one. That's a good one. You got me there.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
I'm not gonna fucking shy away.
Take this whooping without saying, "Ha, good one, ha."
What? It's funny.
Nice one, man.
I'm not.
You can just laugh. I know you can just laugh. You don't have to say good one every time. Just say, it feels like
well, slap my knee.
It should
slap my knee.
Yeah,
and shit.
do the Dave Chappelle. It feels like slap the fucking mic on your knee. Yo, it feels like a fucking nervous tick. Wow, this nigga just need the microphone I paid for. But anyway, this nigga just need it's like a nervous tick. He's like, oh, good one,
bro.
The announcement was
probably what it is,
to say the least, especially when considering that the subject.
Oh my. Okay. This is too much. Okay.
They had SpongeBob.
Now this is going a little too far for me now.
They had SpongeBob open the market at the stock exchange. Listen, shut up. Isaac,
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of this
please
one.
shut up. Isaac, please shut up so I can say this. They're doing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. And it's been, don't get me wrong, it's been dinged by like the Undertaker probably. They do some dumb people, they bring some dumb people down there to do this shit. But they got a guy in a SpongeBob costume going, I'm ready for stocks. It's like, ding. It's like, what, my nigga?
Property or IP.
The fucking Undertaker open. Can you imagine? I'm just imagining Mark Calloway opening up the fucking stock exchange.
No, yeah, it's the open stock exchange. It's very quiet. And he just heard, ball.
All that shit.
They play Undertaker music.
Tried to explain it at length.
Fucking fall comes out.
Your
stocks will deceased.
So,
okay, that was pretty good. Now I have to acknowledge yours. Because they're mostly
Thank you. Hey, you're right. You're 100% right. I'm not gonna fucking hide it. I'm not gonna hide it. Yo, he keeps like disrespecting me. Everybody's like, bro, isn't he like disrespecting you? It's like, nigga, I don't give
People
a fuck.
have said that to you?
No, I'm just no.
I'm about to say, people have said that to you? But people are lame.
For real. Can't take a joke.
Don't get me wrong. When this show gets popular, there will be the contingency
of
the audience that will try to come to Isaac's aid and come to Isaac's defense.
They're gonna pull up a bunch of shit up on me, and they're gonna pull up a bunch of shit on you. They're gonna pull up all the times we've said the word nigger. They're gonna pull up all the times we made fun about Jews.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who are like actual like part of the audience.
And mind you, these are all jokes. We don't actually believe this shit. We're just fucking around.
Speak for yourself.
And I am.
In a nutshell, intellectual property refers to a creation that has legal protection.
Yeah, come on, take me to class, bro. I don't know what IP is.
And can range from everything from the Shipway to SpongeBob. An example would be little Stevie draws in a notebook on the playground, and he draws a character named Bubble Burt. Then frickin' Louie from down the block sees it and decides to draw his own Bubble Burt, and he tries to pass it off as his own. But chokes on Louie because while he was busy slipping Go-Gurts and watching Blue's Clues reruns, Stevie read the entirety of the book on copyright and was able to file his drawing as his own original creation that he owned the
in the video, there's just like he's got this B-roll of these shots of this kid.
He's got a bunch of stock footage of kids.
Yeah, this is a little weird.
Which also makes me
this is but for the context of
what he's doing, it's
whatever.
It's just weird that you got so much stock footage.
And you described like the morning of like you waking up Saturday morning with your footy pajamas on and making a bowl of Fruity Pebbles in the morning. No, I'm watching SpongeBob.
He's not the only one. I see a lot of these guys on YouTube who like they're nostalgia monkeys, and they
he throws that fucking term around just like
because it's my word. I made it up.
It's fine.
It's not my term. It's my term.
You're right.
I made it up. I'm probably about to go get it copyrighted. Just like this kid. I'm gonna be smart like this kid with a suit on who's pretending to be a businessman.
You're gonna take legal advice from a child, really?
If he knows what he's talking about. I'm like, that's sound advice. They're like, did that kid just get...
That's how you know this country's going down the drain when the 35-year-old's fucking taking advice from a fucking 10-year-old.
Listen, that's the world, though. There are multiple old people right now like, can you show me how to use this computer?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
There's probably
my mom's guilty of that.
You don't even know how to trade crypto. There's probably a baby.
Exactly. I gotta ask a fucking 12-year-old.
Oh my god. See, so shut the fuck up. But anyway, I'm just saying, these niggas are nostalgia monkeys on YouTube, and they will go hard about the most fucking dumb shit. Like, I remember being a kid and I loved it. There's this guy who. That's why I said Harold was actually a good show because there's a guy who does videos about cartoons he watched as a kid. Right, that's all he does.
All he does?
That's all he does on his channel.
He's not just reviewing just cartoons. He's just like
he's reviewing all the shows that he watched as a kid, all the shows he liked as a kid. And he talked about some of the. Listen, he talked about some of the episodes of Hey Arnold, and I was like, oh shit! I was like, this shit actually was kind of good. And I was like, and I went to watch a couple shit. So I was like, oh shit, this was like a real show. This wasn't like just a bunch of bullshit. She was like, actually, because I don't really remember it that well. You know what I mean? I just know that as a kid we liked it. We liked it. They called him Football Head. He had a football head.
Yeah.
We liked the theme song. Whatever. I'm not really paying that much attention to it though. You know what I mean? Or if I was, I don't remember my perception of it or how I perceived it. You know what I mean? I just don't remember. But now I'm watching, I'm like, oh shit, this actually is actually like a real show with like real messages and real whatever. It's pretty cool. But then you watch other shit like Ren and Stimpy, and I'm like, why the fuck did I watch this?
I've never seen Ren and Stimpy, but I've heard the legends
now,
of Ren and Stimpy.
Rocco was 50-50. Rocco was like, wow, this is really smart and really funny at certain points. And other points, it's like, yeah, this is fucking disgusting. No wonder my father told us not to watch this shit.
Look into my nipples of the future.
Yeah, that's what he walked in and saw. Look into my nipples of the future, Rocco. He was like, what the fuck are y'all watching? Turn this shit off.
Of his own IP on Bubble
right.
Bird. Thus, Stevie raises his hand in class, but instead of telling on Louie to his teacher, an entire SWAT team breaks through the ceiling and takes a confused 5-year-old Louie out of the room after an intense scuffle and applying a taser. Don't tase me, bro! And thus,
don't tase me, bro!
But you get the point. Well-known IPs don't exactly have the best track record on Broadway.
Spider-Man the musical
and American Psycho burning out quick.
They had American Psycho the musical?
Wait.
No.
Wait, what? I've never seen.
You never seen American Psycho? No. It's starring Batman Christian Bale.
Okay.
The man who played Batman Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Starring him.
I've heard this movie before.
He plays a yuppie in the 80s. Rich guy. Probably works in like financial district or something. And he makes a lot of money. And they do coke and they go out to clubs and stuff. But on the side, his true passion is serial killing. But in the movie, it's kind of like, it's not fully verified whether the shit that he's doing, he's actually doing, or it's like him having like a mental, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like him having like a mental break or something like that, or him being schizophrenic or or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's never really whatever. But American Psycho is a cool movie. If you've never seen American Psycho, go check it out. It's pretty cool.
Much money would be thrown at these shows. They were always destined to be critically ripped apart and to close with a
They should have
whimper.
left that alone.
But
That
when
don't even make
SpongeBob
sense.
premiered, something remarkable happened. The show was a hit, not just commercially, but also critically. Now, it wasn't a small task to bring SpongeBob to the stage, let alone to make it a success. And yet, while a lot of people know about the show itself, not many people know about the story that went into making it a reality. It's a story about an unlikely
Motherfucker like Sub-Zero with that mask.
$1 billion corporation who somehow worked together to make a big budget musical that didn't sacrifice art in the process. After you all requested it and voted for it, it's time to learn more about the history and unexpected
Look at the
success
Squidward guy. He has his
SpongeBob
pants
SquarePants
that have,
on
he has his
Broadway.
pants that have 2 extra legs on the back.
That's
So it just looks like he's like
yeah.
everywhere his front legs go, the back legs go. It's kind of cool. It's smart. Like, you know,
Broadway magic.
Broadway magic. AKA the gay guy doing the drug costumes.
Oh my God, he's got. Oh God, okay.
Yeah, he used
the opening.
He used SpongeBob's font
and the opening and everything.
The opening thing to do his thing. Good job.
It's not-
Isaac couldn't do this.
You're right. I couldn't. I wouldn't know how to. Exactly, he does.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And he's doing the voice. Yeah.
He's doing the voice of the French guy when they do the little...
Year's
The time cards,
2017,
whatever. The cue cards.
And the cast is putting the final touches on SpongeBob SquarePants the musical before opening at the Palace Theater in New York City. It is here that we find director Tina Landau. Landau's career up to this point was defined by producing experimental indie vibe theater, often dealing with complex, isolated characters as they fought against their environment. With productions like William Saroyan's Time of Your Life and Tracy Letts' Superior Donuts under her belt, not many could exactly see her at the helm of SpongeBob SquarePants the musical. Even Landau never saw it as a possibility, turning down the pitch already once 10 years prior. She felt that there was no way to bring the show to the stage in a compelling and convincing way, and honestly, she wasn't the only one. It was a daunting and near impossible task to bring a beloved animated character to life without coming off as campy or insulting. Now, a live-action SpongeBob show wasn't a new concept, but
They did it in Disney World the way that Isaac wanted to
up
see
to
it.
this point wasn't exactly
The right way.
They did it
up
at
to
Universal
Broadway
Studios with big
standards.
foamy
The
suits.
show SpongeBob
So Isaac can take a
Live
picture with him at the
Midtown
end.
Hotel
This is what
This is what you want. Yeah.
This is terrible though. This shit's terrible.
In
This is what
reality,
you want.
Yeah, you're right. This is what I wanted, but now
stab somebody.
I see it. And I'm just like, yeah.
What if it was animatronic?
Oh, that was scary
And
as
the
fuck.
mouth and eyes move.
If I ever took mushrooms and went to that shit, and so I would.
SpongeBob show creators
I'm like, wow, this show's
felt the
actually
same
cool
way
and
as
funny
Lando.
for once.
She was afraid that the show would end up focusing too much on spectacle and fluff, which went against everything that he felt SpongeBob represented.
Does he?
Viacom,
Does he though? Does he not
parent
represent
company
that?
of Nickelodeon, and a multi-billion-dollar corporation involved.
Yeah, Viacom.
It could be assumed that no matter what the show was going to be, it would be staged so that they could capitalize on the SpongeBob name once again. However, much to the surprise of Landau, her agent wrote back to her to let her know that Nickelodeon wasn't producing the show to be a cash grab. The only way the show would be greenlit to move to Broadway would be if it effectively brought something new to the SpongeBob name, and in turn would elevate the brand by using it as a vehicle to do something new and unexpected. Hillenburg was also adamant that he would only want the production to be done if they could find a way to capture the indie feel that he had had during his original 3 seasons as showrunner. It was in Hillenburg's response that Landau soon knew why she had been asked to direct, and why she had to take the job.
How much money did they give this fucking lady to direct this Broadway version of fucking SpongeBob, bro? I would invite.
Bro, how much money? Yeah, how much money are we
I
talking
would
about?
guess like they could probably give like a cool $1 million. If I had to guess, it's a fucking Broadway show.
And it's SpongeBob.
And
It's a big
SpongeBob.
name.
Yeah,
Big name.
They're probably giving it like $1 million.
You have to.
Digital animation and Dadaism, a form of art that became prominent during World War I, which evokes a feeling of nonsense and whimsy. Both of these art forms serve as
basically
a
looks like
key
the shit they used to do
inspiration
on fucking
for the original show. This can be seen in
Monty
the early
Python.
episodes of SpongeBob,
Cartoons they do on Monty Python.
especially with scenes like this from Doodlebug, or this clip from the episode Life and Crime.
Isaac's like, I remember. That's
This
straight out of
hit
fucking Monty
Landau's creative
Python.
mind
That's
ablaze,
crazy.
and she began deciphering what
It was
type
just
of
a
art-
dude like from like one of those old like fitness magazines, but like his mouth is like moving almost like a puppet.
Yeah.
That's straight out of fucking Monty Python. That's what they just did. You see what I'm saying? You see how like the shit you're watching, you think it's so original. And
I don't think it's original.
You didn't know that though.
Well, yeah, of course.
You didn't know that they got that from Monty Python.
I
You're like, wow, this show's weird. It's like, I'm not saying you personally. I'm not digging at you personally. I mean, kind of, but I'm not. But I mean, in this instance, I'm just saying like.
Yeah, I didn't know.
We all do that though. Like we watch shit, we think shit is so. There's so much shit I loved as a kid, or even music that I thought was so cool. And I'm just like, damn man, this shit they stole this shit. Like this shit's from something else. You know what I mean?
Oh, I didn't think of it like I didn't.
I'm not saying you did, nigga. Why are you so defensive?
No, I'm.
Jesus.
inspiration for
I'm
the
just saying
original
that
show.
shit's from fucking.
This can be seen in the
No, I'm
early
telling you, no.
episodes of
Like, no, I'm
SpongeBob,
wondering, like, why did you
especially
think
scenes
like
this.
oh, they stole it? Like, really? I never like cared really.
But I look at shit in that way though. You have to. You have to look at shit that you watch and think is so fucking cool and so fucking original. And some of it comes from other places. You have to go, oh shit. Like even a Tarantino movie. When you find out that a lot of that music that he had in those movies is not music that he like found for the movie because he just happened to be somewhere and heard it. It's music that was in older movies that he took, movies they used to watch, or scenes that he'll just steal from older movies, or character types or archetypes, or they'll just steal from older movies. That he watched. And
I
he
seen an
mixes it,
interview.
he mishmashes it, and it's an amalgamation of all these different influences. It makes it less genius. Is it still genius? Yes, but it makes it a little less genius. I'm just saying.
Because you're taking bits and pieces
From different people, you just steal.
taking every crumb and now making a whole new sandwich.
You're just stealing, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like when you see something like that, there's a kid who goes, yeah, and like there's a dude right now maybe making a YouTube video about SpongeBob going, and they would have these cool, really awesome parts that were so out of nowhere. Where like the fish would do the news and his mouth would be yapping, or this guy would pop up and his mouth. It'll be like a real picture from like a 1950s magazine. Yet the character's mouth is flat. It's like, dude, that's just they used to do that on Monty Python. Like, fuck.
Like, oh, okay.
And they got it from somebody.
I mean,
They
okay.
got it from somebody.
I'm trying to think. When like something that like how you said your father was like, was it or no? You said your cousin, but Ninja Turtles. Like I used to watch this as a kid. I'm trying to think. Was there something that?
Well, yeah, my little cousin, he watches Ninja Turtles, and I told him like when I was a kid, I watched Ninja Turtles too.
He was like, what?
But he's watching the one now that's like now, like in
The new one,
you know, the one that with the CG, or the other one now that's
It's
like,
all animated and
it's like Ninja Turtles Go or Ninja Turtles something.
Turtles Reactor.
Who knows?
But I don't really. I don't know. I didn't get upset like, oh, they stole it from this. Whatever.
But you can't think of an example, Isaac. I'm just saying.
All right.
Of course you're not gonna get upset, and of course you don't care. Like you're not a person who. I asked this nigga earlier because he draws. He draws. I'm like, have you ever drawn an original character?
I tried before.
Have you ever drawn something that wasn't like a picture of someone?
Of something else. It wasn't a reference. Yeah.
Like, it's just I don't know.
I'm a good ass copier. I'm a human copy print machine.
Yeah, bunch of ties.
This lit Landau's creative mind ablaze, and she began deciphering what type of artistic combinations and variations she could bring to the table for the show. And it was in that moment that she began to become more excited about the possibilities that could come from the production.
Yay.
Going into this project, Landau
that's what I
couldn't
told Isaac
imagine
earlier,
doing
so I was like,
anything
yo.
other than a broad.
I was like, when I was a kid, it was G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man the animated series.
It's a lot of combat.
X-Men animated series, yeah, exactly. It's a lot of combat, it's a lot of fighting, it's a lot of like whatever.
Action.
Action. And I said it was probably because during that time, it was the 90s, but yet, and the Cold War was quote unquote over, but they didn't know, especially in the 80s, yeah, they still had like that Cold War attitude, keep kids tough. And then like in the 90s, it kind of would like taper off. It kind of tapered off a little bit, but yet it was still like action cartoons, like aggressive. You know what I mean? Like in the 90s, they made toys for rated R movies. Like I had a RoboCop.
Blade?
No, nigga, not Blade. That was when I was older. But RoboCop, right? RoboCop probably came in like 89 or 90, right? RoboCop was rated R.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had RoboCop action figure.
Yeah.
Rambo. The movie Rambo First Blood.
Blood.
It's a rated R movie, but they made a cartoon out of it. And
did?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And a toy.
So I made a cartoon about me.
But I'm just saying, yo, listen, I'm trying to think of another one. Look, chill. Alien and Aliens. They had Xenomorph toys and Alien toy commercials.
I would have want that.
Movie was
I want that.
Yeah, it was
that's
rated.
not
I'm saying it's a rated R movie. They would never do that now, ever.
Yeah, you're right.
No, they don't do that now. They would never do that. So when
they could probably that's not for kids. I was gonna say Deadpool, but it's not really.
But the toys they do for that shit is not for kids.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's collectibles.
It's like for adults. Collectibles for adult nerds, adult baby nerds. But like you know what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It's like crazy. Like your generation with SpongeBob. I said, you guys, that you're the guy that your generation looks up to is just like a gay guy who goes to work every day.
And he gets ripped off by his boss, and he likes it.
And he loves it.
And his boss sold the soul for 62 cents, which is fucking...
I mean, Mr. Krabs is obviously Jewish.
Yeah.
In that show. He's supposed to be Jewish.
I know he's still going to hate me for things, but there was an episode where he charged people for taking a step. He charged people by the step. If you took one step... $1.
That's
another step, $2 and shit. And people are just like, what the fuck? They keep going in here.
You know what makes it even funnier? Is that he a crab and Jewish people can't eat shellfish.
God damn it. Jesus Christ.
Going into this project, Landau couldn't imagine doing
back of the net.
Because he's a crab.
Anything other than a
wow. I did not think of that either. I'm just doing it as I got a good one. That was pretty good, Isaac.
First fish and chips. Great spirit. That was crabs.
Using the giant foam mascots that had become popular.
The Krusty Krab restaurant supposedly resembles a crab cage.
Oh, that's cool.
Instead of doing that,
and the legend is that he's the only crab in town, and he puts crab meat in the fucking Krabby Patties.
Probably.
Because he's the only crab in town. And well, there was one part where he went and saw a bunch of crabs.
And that's just like Jews snitching on other Jews during the Holocaust.
She drew inspiration from the original series.
Wow. God damn.
Back of the net.
Yo, that's fucked up. Stop. Please stop. That's fucked up.
Do you have a net thing for Jews too?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's
what is it?
Catching them in the net or something. I don't know.
They never caught them in nets. What are they, dogs?
Nigga. Bro.
What they call them, rats. But I'm saying, they didn't send them out. They didn't send Nazis out with nets. Nazi net.
They was doing I'm not even going to that, but...
They didn't put them in nets. They put them in fucking gas chambers.
So they wouldn't think, let's put them in the nets.
That has nothing to do with nets.
Let's catch them in the nets.
They didn't net them. I've never seen any...
You didn't think that they had people did escape. They didn't put like net traps. I just spit. Net traps and shit around the fucking air, the perimeter.
This is not Looney Tunes.
Put fucking holes in the ground with fucking twigs and leaves covering that shit.
Bro, a bear trap? I mean, booby trap? A booby trap and a bear trap.
It's a tripwire.
Let me say something.
They put matzo balls in the forest wafers.
That's hilarious. Bruh, I'm
going to hell. God damn it. God forgive me, please.
Great spirit.
I've I've seen Schindler's List.
Oh god!
And not one time
I've seen the ending of that.
And not one time did I see them throw a net on them niggas. Like, not one time did they net them niggas. Like, not one time did them niggas, them Nazi niggas, net them Jew niggas. Not one time.
This is gonna be another part of the op. They're gonna dig this shit up in 10 years when this shit gets big.
What do you mean? They're gonna dig it up tomorrow? I don't care. I don't want. I don't want nothing from y'all. If you a person who's offended by some gay shit like that, it's not even that offensive.
Who gives you the right to say what's offensive or what isn't?
It's God.
Think about it. I've been bestowed. Dish sponge.
You and your toxic religion.
You ugly, hate-filled man. Hey, I may be ugly and hate-filled, but what was the third thing you said?
Okay, settle down, prostitute.
Goddamn. Oh yeah, that was the weird shit they used to do. That shit like jump scared me a couple times.
He said that because they used to do it at Ren and Stimpy too, where they would like do a super close up,
and it was hyper realistic.
You see like the crust in their eyes and shit.
And it was like
that.
what the fuck?
And Isaac said it jump scared him. This nigga has no killer instinct. I've said that shit. And he jumped from a cartoon doing a fucking weird.
I was like 8 or 9 when I first saw that shit. I was a kid.
Okay, nigga, I was a kid when I used to watch Ren and Stimpy. I wasn't jumping though. I'm like, damn, that's creepy.
In my defense,
I'm like, yeah, that's weird.
In my defense,
I was a scary ass little baby bitch.
In my defense, you was raised up on G.I. Joe and shit. You was toughed up. I wasn't. They was not toughing me up.
Oh my god,
shit. Fucking Tootie from Go. You got to toughen this kid up.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. I gotta toughen this kid up.
They didn't do that shit for me,
This
bro.
nigga said when they zoomed in on SpongeBob, like he was dehydrated and he looks all like crusty and weird. This nigga said he jump scared. Oh,
well, no,
that's not the SpongeBob I know and love.
That's funny. No, the one where it's like he's like reaching out and he's like his eyes are like semi shut.
Yeah, he got tiny eyes.
No. The one at the bottom, look below the eyes.
Collage of creativity. Using this as
I saw it.
Landau
I'll
knew
put it
the
in.
Broadway show needed to combine art, performance, and music to create a new, vibrant universe. A universe that didn't require giant foam mascots, but instead, human beings portraying the characters. In her mind,
I saw that during the fucking
the
parade.
actors would in turn help the audience to be more engaged with the show.
The guy who's playing Mr. Krabs, he's just wearing like huge boxing gloves.
He looks like Guy Fieri. He reminds me of a guy looking Guy Fieri.
A little bit.
It's just it's
He
the
looks
gold
like
teen. He's fat.
To me, he looks more like Josh Gad or something. But anyway, he looks like he's just wearing 2 big boxing gloves. Like like that the super huge boxing gloves. Like he's just wearing that.
And give them characters that they can identify with. And while all of this
Mr. Crab got a gold chain. That's one.
He doesn't look like Josh Gad.
Being a
I have to
visual
look that up.
person, Landau created a presentation for the heads of the network, which perfectly encapsulated what she wanted the show to be. Landau is on record as saying she wanted a handmade.
Is he wearing a puffer jacket? Like a puffer jacket.
Smeared visual representation.
She kind of wanted to look like a kid did it almost, which is what it should be.
Yeah,
smart.
yeah.
You know, it's a kid's show. Make it like a kid did it.
Makes a lot of sense.
SpongeBob.
She said she wanted to be handmade, splattery glue sticks.
They were sold.
Fucking,
While Landau
fucking
now
first grade
had a
project,
somewhat
poster
clearer
board
vision
project.
of what the show would be, it would still take a lot of work to get it to Broadway. Chapter 2. A sponge out of water.
He sucks at French accent. He sucks.
I can do a lot better than him.
Saying that the real world and a cartoon.
Thank you for pausing it. So now we are going into the.
Just do the hours. Just do everything the people have.
12 a.m. midnight.
And then it's
12 p.m. afternoon.
no. Then they say it's how long?
Oh, 2 hours later.
Okay. I don't know if it's just that much better. It's better, but not by much.
3 seconds later.
Okay.
In the real world, we're stuck having to obey the laws of physics, where
Screw it. The rules. That was a good episode.
safes falling on people.
What happened, Isaac?
That was a good episode.
What, the one where Squidward just had the...
He opened up an art studio because remember Squidward's not art taste.
And he wanted people to follow the rules of art.
Yeah, he tried to make he tried to he was like, SpongeBob, draw a circle, and then SpongeBob could not draw a circle for shit. It was sloppy as shit. And then
because Squidward is very uptight and conservative. He doesn't respect the, you know what I mean, like that art has to have freedom in it.
the rules of art or the principles.
There should be no rules in art. Yeah.
We learned the rules of art in art class.
Oh, wow.
The principles and elements. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's great. Nobody cares.
That's fine. I'm just giving y'all notes.
No one cares about what any of those are.
Principles and elements of art.
No
Look
cares
it up.
about what any of those are.
I'm still gonna edit it.
Part of what makes Walt.
Please don't.
I will.
I'm already letting you do SpongeBob edits. You're gonna edit in fucking art class?
Yeah.
Sucker.
I don't give a fuck.
So much
Clown,
fun.
yo.
Yeah, damn right.
There's no limit.
I'm a clown for this shit.
Clown shoe size 55.
I'm
Possible.
size
In the
13.
land of the cartoon,
That's not a big shoe.
It's a big shoe.
A 4-inch sponge can be a fry cook for hundreds of anchovies using a hydrodynamic spatula with
Spatula.
attachments.
I didn't like that. It's
Why
a
did-
spatula. I hated
why
that.
did he say
That's why I was like, even the show. I remember I was like, why do they
Where
call it
are
a
you-
spatula?
Where are you from when you say that? Spatula.
SpongeBob, you need to use your spatula. I was like, what? I was like, okay, if he's talking like that, like that's his accent, like it makes sense. But for everybody to, a lot of people to say spatula, I was like, what?
Appointed designer David
No,
Sayer
It's not even spelled like that.
How do
Spatula.
you bring the fantastic absurdity of a 90s Nicktoon to the realm of reality? It was a daunting task.
Not really.
And the only way to conquer it was to
This lady said she was gonna throw a bunch of paint and glue sticks around. I don't think.
Oh my God, looks like where's Waldo?
Landau instead
It's like
decided to
it
take
seems like
it piece
all
by
the characters,
piece.
like almost like every single character that's ever been in the show.
First year or so of the process was dedicated to
Oh, that
defining
Asian
a
chick? I've
movement
seen her in stuff
vocabulary
before. She's
to
kinda hot.
translate the logic that's abundant in the cartoons into a type of physics that our world operates by. The definition of this vocabulary came from determining how the characters of Bikini Bottom would move through their everyday lives, with the main focus being on how they walked. Roughly 3 years after
With a
she
bitty
received
bop.
the email asking her to helm the project,
With a
and
sachet.
before they even had an
Going
idea
to work.
of what the story for the show would be,
Happy as fuck. to
Landau
get
began
paid.
holding workshops
Fucking
focusing on the
shekels.
visual and physical aspects of bringing SpongeBob to life.
Damn, this fat nigga who playing Patrick is working hella hard to do all this choreography, my nigga.
Getting his workout in, nigga. He working for that money.
Oh my god, this was so funny.
He worked for that check.
Stuff, and no one owns anything. It's all going into a giant pile in the middle of the room, and we're going to pick out the best of the best.
Yeah, so then that way nobody gets proper credit. We don't have to pay anybody extra money.
Performers. In part
You're
because
juggling
Landau
Krabby
wanted it
Patties.
to feel that way. She didn't want to limit or restrict anything, because in doing so, it would rob the production of the spirit of the original series. Everything has to be
That was it
They did this little thing where they were shimmying.
This bitch is a goer.
They were shimmying. That's a whole other episode. Oh god. But anyway, they were shimmying up to this sofa, and then she pops her head up while she's on her knees behind the sofa, just like she was about to just blow everybody. She's just she's for the hood.
Up the kitchen.
It's for the Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, she got a bikini bottom on it.
And what didn't work?
That shit sandy. It smell like seashells.
Sandy ass cheeks.
Yeah, it smell like seafood.
Okay, they could sandy cheeks.
And it smell like seafood. Yeah, they got it.
Got just in time, man.
Hey, look, it's the Fat Boys. Oh, look, and they're on Miami Vice. Remember that one time we watched Miami Vice, Isaac? You don't remember that one time we watched Miami Vice? The black guy smoking crack?
That's a joint.
Yeah.
They got the Fat Boys selling. Wait, my nigga. What are you doing?
He just ate it. The Fat Boys just ate the joint.
So wait, you the Fat Boys, and yeah, you making some. Yeah, why are you? Okay, I'm not.
What, they're selling drugs on the TV show? It's just a
in the
different
1980s that was known for its stylish presentation.
Why are they talking about Miami Vice right
as a
now?
city of action, danger, and lots of neon.
Is that a Ralph
Part
Separator?
of what helped with the show keeping this
my bad.
continuity in regards to location, casting, and scripts was due to a liaison who was in charge of determining what worked and what didn't.
Yo, make sure you put in the video that you thought that Don Johnson was the guy that played Ralph Cifaretto in The Sopranos. Just make sure you put that.
I
will.
That one I will.
A, nod their head yes and say vice. Or B, shake their heads no and say not vice. This was how Landau treated the early workshops, by pointing and deciding if something was vice or not vice. By the
So
end
it's
of the
either
year,
Bob or not
Landau
Bob.
and
It's
Zinn
either sponge or
could
not
tell that They were
sponge.
beginning to get a better hold on the feeling that the production needed, and instead was going to take place in its own universe, while still paying homage to the original series. The design of the characters would be scaled back, and no foam suits would be used. besides the occasional ones like Larry the Lobster. With the feeling of the show established, and having a source that thrives off as much macabre humor as SpongeBob does,
they're using a bunch of zip ties and shit. Like this sounds so.
Playwright who could channel that.
The budget on this shit was probably super high, and they're just like, yeah, let's get some zip ties. Fucking
just paint them. Using a highlighter color, highlighter yellow.
It's little, what are those swimmy tubes called? What's them shit called?
Floaties? Or
yep, get some floaties.
The pool noodles.
Pool noodles.
They Kyle Jarrow. Jarrow was no stranger to off-the-wall humor.
They did make it look like a kid, didn't it?
Career being Alex Timber's 2004 A Very Merry Unauthorized Children's Scientology pageant as a part of the Freya's
What the fuck? We just took a left turn.
Touched on in our Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson video. Upon being approached for the production, Jarrow would have the same reaction that pretty much the rest of the cast, crew, and soon audiences would share. They're making SpongeBob into a musical? One of the most important criteria
he had
to be checked off the list was to make
thing
sure
of a black guy rubbing his temples. Confused.
That's Stu.
Jarrow had to be certain.
That was Stu before this episode.
I used to just put my fingers right on my top of my nose and just go.
It only took 3 minutes of a pitch
What's up, bro?
Around the same time, Landau also began the intimidating task of casting one of the most recognizable cartoon characters in modern history. The audition process would be simple. Numerous 3-day workshops that focused on movement and creativity. An actor named Brian Norris had been auditioning for many projects in the city when he decided to audition for SpongeBob. The roles he was lined up for were serious, and the audition rooms were dark and brooding, with lots of whispering happening behind a large white table. When he found himself in the room for SpongeBob, he could instantly tell that the feeling of the environment was different. It was warm, inviting, and above all else, fun. So fun, in fact, that Norris soon found himself sabotaging all of his other auditions to get into SpongeBob. This was the same feeling that Lily Cooper felt. She was blown away by the collaboration that happened in the auditions and the stress-free environment that had been created, which included her having to make up a karate dance on the spot.
Oh, because she was playing the squirrel.
Meanwhile,
the karate squirrel.
all the way across the country,
Sandy Cheek.
one of Cooper's classmates, a young theater student named Ethan Slater, had applied to be an apprentice at a theater company in Connecticut, where he had been cast as Benvolio in Romeo and Juliet.
Benvolio in
He soon
Romeo
received a
and
phone call from the
Juliet.
casting director,
Let's say that
who told
fucking
him that
3
they
times
actually
fast.
had another project that they felt he would be perfect for. Sitting in his friend's dorm room, holding a SpongeBob plushie, and looking at a SpongeBob poster, Slater opened up his email to see something waiting.
Wow, he had a SpongeBob poster
the
on his
subject
wall.
line.
That nigga really is an icon for the
Landau
gays.
book. In his class, he was currently reading her book, Viewpoints. So instantly, his heart began racing. When he opened the sides, he was met with a scene.
Yo, and he got
involving
spaces in his
character
teeth like
named
SpongeBob.
He do
Slater
got
had
that
been a
fucking buck
lifelong
teeth.
fan of SpongeBob.
He's perfect for it.
And
He
when
was born to play with
started
SpongeBob.
He was born to play
started to get
SpongeBob.
the
He doesn't
feeling
brush
that
them
the
shits
scene
either,
started
obviously.
to relate to him.
He's born to
At least SpongeBob brushes his
He
teeth.
realized why he recognized it. The scene was from Dying for
He's only
Pie,
got 2 of them,
where
so it's not
Squidward
that
and
difficult.
SpongeBob sit and watch the sunset while Squidward waits for SpongeBob to explode from a pie bomb. When Slater arrived for the 3-day workshop, he knew that he didn't have a SpongeBob impression in his back pocket. So instead of trying to fake one, he did the whole thing in his own voice. And when the opportunity to do SpongeBob's laugh arose, he instead opted for a chuckle. Little did he know that it was exactly what Landau was looking for. She went up to Slater and said, "Listen, I love what you're doing. Come back in and do the laugh. It's kind of important." And so the remainder of the 2 days was spent perfecting his voice and the laugh before he was ultimately offered the opportunity to play SpongeBob. The show was beginning to take shape, and already it looked like Mr. SquarePants was in good hands.
Mr. SquarePants was in good hands.
An acclaimed director was at the helm of the show.
Calm down.
A creative genius was in charge of the design.
No, it's on him. No, it's on him. I'm not telling you to calm down. Why would I do that?
Oh, I don't, because I don't think he did it on purpose. I don't. I think he just wrote SpongeBob SquarePants was in good hands. I think he just wrote it like that.
It's fucking Allstate. Oh, SpongeBob is in good hands.
Just deflated. Just deflated.
Talented.
It's like a fucking like one of those like kiddie pools.
It's fucking doing
Playwright
fucking
finally narrowed
going
down
there and
what
shit.
the main arc of the story
fucking go out there.
I didn't know how to describe. What's this? You pop a fucking hot air balloon, so it's going fart noise and it's scare. That's what I was trying to say.
You know, fucking lend themselves. Yeah, you know, like fucking sometimes with the air come out with the fucking in the air. You know, sometimes in the air.
I gotta work on my vocabulary.
You know, sometimes in the air, it'd be air in the air.
I gotta learn more words, guys.
Swirly, yo, I want to see those.
They were going to be a threat. A huge threat. A giant threat. An Avengers-level threat. It was going to need to be SpongeBob at the end of the world. Chapter 3. An unlikely hero.
Chapter 3.
Yes, of course it's SpongeBob.
This nigga's trying to be like Tarantino.
Kyle Jarrell loved to describe the book or script for the musical as Our-Town meets Armageddon meets SpongeBob. Over the course of the show,
that's so fucking random.
Okay.
So random.
I don't even know what Our-Town is.
I was like, okay.
With the city desperate
What is it, Armageddon though?
I was like, what?
But then when you feel that and I miss you, babe, I don't want to miss a thing. That's the theme song from Armageddon, played by Aerosmith.
The escape pod is actually a device that will hypnotize them into liking the chum bucket. SpongeBob won't buy it.
Shit.
And with the help of Patrick and Sandy, the three decide to scale the volcano to stop it from erupting by using a eruptor-interrupter. How this hasn't been an actual SpongeBob episode yet is beyond me. With the book beginning to take shape, Landau then had to figure out how to approach the music.
If you're gonna do a musical, you want different vignettes into different emotions. Because he's just a simple sponge. All I want is the simple life I love.
One of the things that makes the original series so endearing are the variations between the citizens of Bikini Bottom.
The variations.
No one creature is like the next.
Talk's fucking weird.
It was from this variation that Landau found her inspiration for her unorthodox approach to the music. Whereas most shows depend on one or two composers.
Panic at the Disco to the SpongeBob musical songs.
Landau decided to rely on approximately 15. Jarrow and Landau went through the script, outlining and song spotting.
Yo, him and the lady who directed it, the guy who wrote the script, they wearing the same glasses pretty much.
And what the songs would need to accomplish. After they had the songs spotlighted, they then tried to figure out who would be perfect to write them. An executive in music at Nickelodeon named Doug Cohn had been responsible in securing acts for many shows, including the Kids' Choice Awards. With a position like that, he proved to play an instrumental role in setting up the meetings with the potential artists that Landau and Jarrow had lined up. Remarkably, out of all the artists that they had approached, nearly 98% of the artists said yes.
Wow.
Who said no? I don't know. Probably Bono. That guy. This led to a star-studded soundtrack.
I'm gonna say, like, why does he not want to do it? Like, who gives a fuck?
Cyndi Lauper, Steven Tyler, and Joe Perry.
From Aerosmith, I don't want to miss a sponge. I don't want to miss a sponge. David Bowie said yes.
And songs coming from multiple avenues, it meant that they would need someone even more capable with music to help with the actual organization and tweaking of the songs.
Joe Perry of Aerosmith wrote Bikini Bottom Boogie.
To solve this problem, the production.
So they got all these people to write songs and shit.
Prize-winning composer and lyricist.
The dude from the Flaming Lips wrote a song. Like this
for Next Normal. On board to serve as a musical supervisor.
These people are all whores. These people are all corporate whores.
Goddamn.
I'm sorry, but they are.
Hey, that's fine.
He was able to interview
Back of the net.
artists by learning all potential changes by them, and in turn, made sure that they felt that they were safe and taken care of in the back and forth artistic process that took place during the rehearsals.
All right, it's 7:17 and SpongeBob.
Oh god, she's dressed like SpongeBob too. Yeah, I know. This on the news reporter. This woman is one of the news anchors ladies is dressed like SpongeBob. Or it's a little
She got a big yellowy billowy blouse on. Big yellowy billowy blouse.
The Oriental Theater in Chicago on June 19th, 2016. When it comes to theater, Chicago has one of the smartest crowds in the world. This was a critical moment. They had to know if the show was able to appeal not only
Only pretentious ass theater person would even say that. Chicago has really one of the smarter audiences.
What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck? Chicago. What the fuck? We got Broadway over here. What the fuck?
I don't. Well, whatever. Chicago's smarter. They're smarter than the Great White Way. That's what they call Broadway. Hold on 1 second.
Kids, but also to adults. When the curtain fell on the first night, the cast and crew waited on pins and needles to see what the reception would be. They all had experienced skepticism when signing on for the show, and they were sure that the theater-going audience felt the same way when deciding whether or not to go see it. The question was, would they be able to win them over? The answer was either a yes or a it's almost there. The Chicago production received rave reviews with numerous reviewers praising the cast, music, book, and design. Perhaps the most impactful review came from Dean Richards of WGN-TV, stating that the story is multi-layered for kids and adults. It all adds up to one of the most fun, well-produced, and best-acted shows Chicago has seen in a long time.
Wow.
In total, the production had to wait
You're a
a
serious
fucking
Broadway
before
people
finally securing a theater rental.
Spitting on the newspaper.
Now having a theater secured, Landau knew there was time to start editing after one of her directing friends watched the show and told her everything is amazing and everything goes on for too long. Landau took this to heart and started trimming the show to make sure that it didn't linger on moments for too long. As a result, the show got tighter and funnier. Set and costume designer David Zinn was able to turn the prestigious Palace Theater in New York into the nautical world of Bikini Bottom, with a breathtaking design that welcomed the audience into the show. Much to the same vein as Alex Timbers in Bloody Bloody, Landau and Zinn wanted the audience to feel like they were a part of the show, as opposed to watching it through a box.
So like decorated the entire.
Like every other aspect of the show,
the entire theater.
Zinn didn't want to do an imitation, and instead dedicated himself to creating a design that captured the essence of Bikini Bottom. When looking at the original cartoon, the city is made up of objects that have been dropped onto the ocean floor. Using this as inspiration, the kelp was made from pool noodles, and hula hoops are used to just
What did I say?
It could have been so easy to spend the budget on expansive, lavish sets and props. But by Zinn deciding to take the inventive and practical approach, he also found himself finding a way to infuse the big-budget, commercial behemoth of a show with the same indie feel that Landau and the original show
You put all the
were
rest of that money in your
inspired
pocket. Nah, you can't do that. It's probably near impossible.
Soon, it was time for the production to open on Broadway.
Oh my god.
The opening night
Liam Schreiber was there.
Ethan Slater as SpongeBob, Lily Cooper as Sandy, Danny Skinner as Patrick Starr, Gavin Lee as Squidward Tentacles, Wesley Taylor as Plankton, Jaylene Christine Lee Josie as Pearl, and Ryan Ray Norris
They
as
got a
Mr.
big
Krabs.
fat black girl playing that big ass fat
Whale.
whale. Daddy! That's pretty funny.
The Broadway production also was able to bring on board the original SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, to be the voice of the narrator
The GOAT.
over the course of the show.
The man, the myth, the legend of.
Wow. I don't think anybody's referred to Tom Kenny as that ever in his life.
Oh god.
I think his dad just called him a faggot and told him to get out the house. That's funny. Doing the SpongeBob laugh after I say something like that is funny.
On December 4th, 2017.
Yes.
The crowds began to file in. Many, with their arms crossed, fully prepared to hate the train wreck that they were about to see.
Damn!
There wasn't one person in the theater over the age of 12 who wasn't skeptical at the idea of a SpongeBob SquarePants Broadway musical.
Yeah, probably some fucking
As the show progressed,
critic is like,
however,
really,
those same
I'm meant to
people
be
found
here to
themselves
review
starting
this.
to uncross their arms. They found themselves laughing, gasping, even crying, and eventually...
Whoa.
Isaac,
Okay,
do not judge
no.
those people, because I will bet you money that in like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the show's successful. And never mind, it won't be on Broadway. Because it won't be on Broadway by then. But I'm saying, if you took Isaac to go see this shit on Broadway, I bet you Isaac would be one of those people in the crowd crying.
Shut the fuck up.
I bet you would.
Sad
Like,
part is
Isaac-
that. Sad part is that he's probably right.
Look, Isaac, you alright? I'm fine.
Oh shit! It's so fucking beautiful.
I have allergies.
It's so like
The story that they had just witnessed.
Oh shit!
Once again, the show was able to defy expectations. and it became a critical and commercial hit on Broadway. By the time that the Tonys came around, the show was able to tie the producers and Hamilton for most nominations, ranking in 12, but somehow only winning 1. That award went to David Zinn for Best Scenic Design.
For the guy who put
the show continued to run for 327.
So he's the one who put the zip ties up.
Before ultimately closing on September 16, 2018, due to a decline in ticket sales, with many kids going back to school, and mainly in part due to a renovation on the Palace Theater taking place. Plain and simple, the deck was stacked against SpongeBob SquarePants the musical from the very first email. And looking at other prominent IPs that have ran on Broadway, it was a safe bet to assume that it would crash and burn.
I still can't believe they did American Psycho. I can't believe you guys stooped to that.
The question is, how?
How?
Chapter 4. Not just a simple sponge.
Dude, get better, dude. If you're gonna do the fucking Frenchman voice, do it fucking correctly.
I mean, whatever, dude. Whatever. It's his video.
Have you seen TikTok?
You got the views.
The world used to operate in a different way. People used to wake up, go to work, come home, eat dinner with the family, and then go to sleep. There was still a sense of privacy where people could disconnect from the world by closing the door to their house. But we now live in a world where we're all connected, and where it's more difficult than ever to get away from that.
Yep.
Social media has been
Nigga, I feel his pain.
Yeah. He's not saying it's his pain. He's talking about y'all. He probably has no problem. He would say, I have no problem disconnecting. I do it all the time. You guys are the ones with the problem. You know how you disconnect?
Because Chicago is like, because like Chicago has like a much more smarter crowd.
I don't think he lives in Chicago, bro. Jesus.
Well,
you talking about? You just quoting his shit he said? Oh, sorry.
Damn.
Hey, sorry. Because you were like Chicago. I'm like, dude, he doesn't live in. I don't think he lives in Chicago.
Because Chicago's like such a smarter crowd. That was.
You know how you disconnect? I do it all the time. Just let your phone.
He's really disconnected.
Just let your phone die and don't charge it.
Sure.
Super easy to do.
True.
I do it all the time. If I have a day off or whatever, like, yeah, I'm just gonna let that shit be dead. I'm not worried about that shit, bro.
We always see people's opinions, photos, and what's going on in the world, typically within seconds. And as we all grow up together through social media, it's almost as if SpongeBob was able to transcend television, and instead, it became something even more timeless and powerful.
A meme?
A meme.
Oh, wow.
It's fascinating because even though we grew up with Rocko's Modern Life and the Rugrats, the only one that truly captures what we feel and relate to as we grow up is SpongeBob.
Yo.
He's speaking to Isaac's spirit right now.
No, he's not.
Great spirit.
Okay, that's funny.
He's speaking to Isaac's soul right now.
This was one of the biggest reasons the show on Broadway was a hit. The team was able to craft a SpongeBob story that hit on our childhood nostalgia.
Yeah.
And reintroduced us
Nostalgia
to a
monkey.
SpongeBob story that we really hadn't seen since the SpongeBob SquarePants movie in 2004. A story where it was great for kids, but it also had themes and humor that we only start to understand.
What? Also, because this thing.
Please stop.
No, because okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get
Shut
it
up.
exactly. The guy's speaking.
No, because
listen, you're speaking truth to power, and I beg you to continue.
No, because my mother said the same shit. She was like, "Yo, this shit's stupid." Then, like, before we go to school, it would come on like an hour before school started. So we would sit down and watch it, like during breakfast. And she would watch it. She would like, she would laugh, and she would like, "Yo, this is pretty funny. I get why you guys like it." And she recognized the innuendos and shit. And there was like a couple of adult jokes in there. And she was like, "Oh shit." Don't drop the soap. Remember that episode, guys? Don't drop the balloons.
he had an episode about not dropping the soap.
He tries to give the snail a bath, and the snail obviously is like a cat, doesn't want it to go in the water, understandably. Yeah. And he's being, but cats are dirty, or the snail's dirty, so you gotta fucking wash it. And he's trying to convince the snail to get into the tub, and then he shows the snail soaps, and he's like, "Here's the doubloons," because the gold treasure. He made like
I know doubloons are.
Yeah. And he was like, "Look at the doubloons." He said, and it said soap on the bar. He's like, "Don't drop them."
Oh, and it's funny because the sponge is gay.
Yeah, that's even.
They were able to capitalize on the meme culture
Back in
that
the basket.
surrounded the series as well. When you have a minute, head over to the Twitter account for the SpongeBob SquarePants Broadway show. Much like the series, it is a hodgepodge of the random humor that we have come to expect from SpongeBob on the internet. The account is an example of social media marketing at its finest. Be sure to get your tickets now! But instead was dedicated to creating enjoyable content that people could like, share, and relate to.
And subscribe.
It became a destination that people
to subscribe. This is YouTube.
to see what they would say
Like,
next.
the occasional ones, like Larry
What's
the Lobster.
more, they did it in a way where it felt natural, as opposed to...
How do you do, fellow kids? What?
Hello, fellow young
Twitter
people.
and social media presence.
That was super funny. That's from
because it's like word of mouth.
What movie was that? I never seen that.
It's not a movie. It's a TV show. It's called fucking 30 Rock. I used to watch it sometimes with Tina Fey and my boy, fucking Tracy Morgan. Yeah, 30 Rock.
Advertising, but on crack. The reaction to the show began to spread through Twitter, and soon, much like with Spider-Man, public curiosity began to skyrocket. For a different reason this time, however. Instead of going to see if it was as big of a train wreck as people were making it out to be,
They wanted to go see if it was good as people
had
say.
to go to see if it was really as good as people were making it. And the answer is, it really was. I shared the same sentiments as the public did when I found out I was going to be doing a video on SpongeBob SquarePants the musical, and was ready to do a lengthy What Went Wrong video on how the Broadway show completely tarnished the legacy of SpongeBob.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
You would have
Okay.
said out of your mouth that Broadway tarnished the legacy of SpongeBob.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
That shows.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, that's your generation.
That's not. I think that's.
I think this guy's probably more closer to my age because he's talking about Rocco and all that shit. You have to be closer to my age to have watched Rocco and fucking Rugrats and all that shit like when it came out. But yeah, but for this nigga to talk about nostalgia, nigga, when SpongeBob came out, my nigga, in '99, I was like, damn, in '99, I was probably about to be a freshman in high school. So, I mean, yeah, I was a little bit past the age of watching shit like that. But I was aware of SpongeBob, obviously, but I didn't watch that shit. You know what I mean?
You said stories. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit?
Broadway. But then,
how did the other
2
people at
hours
school
of
react?
laughing my head off,
No one
tapping
really
my
cared,
foot to
bro.
the
No one
music,
cared about
and
SpongeBob like that.
eventually crying
I
when
went
they
to black
break
school
into
too,
best
like
day
niggas
ever
was
at
like
the
really
end.
into SpongeBob like that.
I was honestly shocked at how wrong I was. I was skeptical at the
By the time you were in high
of
school, you start watching, like,
SpongeBob
real
being
shit, like,
portrayed
real
by
movies.
live actors,
Yeah.
but after 5 minutes, I found myself suspending my disbelief and fully embracing the actors as the characters that I had grown up with. And that's because there was a method to getting the audience to do this. In an interview with Plankton actor Wesley Taylor, he spoke about how all of the characters started with a strong impression of their characters from the television show to help with welcoming the audience into the world and to help them identify with who their characters were. Once the production carried on, they would slowly drop into their own voices and their own unique identities that they had crafted for all of their characters. This went hand in hand with what Landau was going for. She wanted it to be recognizable, but not an imitation. This was the main reason SpongeBob translated so well to the stage. The show had a strong creative lead in Tina Landau.
Oh wow, she added a SpongeBob watch to all the other falafel she wears on her fucking wrists and neck.
Is that shit ticking? Is that shit ticking?
This bitch wears
That shit a bomb.
This bitch got on a bunch of like
that she was responsible for.
She got on a bunch of falafel, a
SpongeBob
bunch of
SquarePants the musical is the
fucking
anti-Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Landau
Spider-Man
wasn't
Turn
there
Off the
to
Dark.
redefine
Turn Off the
SpongeBob
Dark?
mythos.
gayest name ever.
Rather to take it to new
That
heights.
and the script was stupid. Everything about it was stupid. It was all
Unlike
stupid. It was
Tamor,
dumb. It was stupid. It
Landau
was a
knew
dumb
that she
idea. It
couldn't
was a
do it by
stupid idea.
herself. It is so important to foster an environment where everyone knows that their opinions and ideas are valid. It's crucial to try everything and then choose what's vice and what's not vice. It's also worth noting that the show could have very easily fell victim to bringing in big names to compose the music. We all know it tends to happen. You'll be listening to a show recording by a prominent artist.
Joe Perry from Aerosmith
While
wrote
the
a
first
song.
few songs sound exactly
Panic
like
at the
what
Disco
show
wrote a
used to
song.
be,
John Legend wrote a song.
It's like, what are you talking about?
where you can tell that they just gave up. But instead, by choosing to appeal to multiple artists, each song felt fresh and
T.I. did one?
She also had a secret weapon in her house.
T.I. Out of all people, fucking T.I.
I'm a sponge, boy.
Ready for the radio.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a sponge, boy. But I ain't no square, nigga. I'm a sponge, boy. But I ain't no square, nigga. I'm a sponge, boy. But I ain't no square, nigga.
Enthusiastic and creative team.
Foley artists.
I'd emailed that shit to him like, that's good? That's what y'all want?
The conclusion was that's important entitled SpongeBob should not have worked as a live-action musical. Yet against all expectations, it did. The main reason for that success is that they stayed true to the character and what the original show stood for in terms of experimentation, innovation, and art. Could have very easily gone.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Show me them doing like some stuff from it or something.
Oh, that's it.
That was I mean, yeah, nigga, of course. We wanted to do a short. We just recorded a whole episode before this. You think I was gonna do some shit that was long as fuck? Hell no.
It was 36 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about to like go to bed soon, bro. Wait, hold on. I just want to go to one more thing. Let's see. I thought I typed it in earlier. I did. I want to see a song from that shit. And all the music sucks. Damn, this got the whole fucking 2 hours or something.
Tutorial.
All right, these are the songs. Bikini Bottom Day. So the first song they're going to be playing was written by Joe Perry from Aerosmith.
Hello, everyone at home. Hello, sky.
Oh, God.
Hello, flowers. Hello, Bikini Bottom.
Wow.
Isaac's foot is tapping already.
I'm not. No, it's not. It's not tapping. I'm sitting perfectly still. I mean, like, it's colorful. Very,
I'm going to go to a different song. Please.
Star. It's the sardines.
It's the sardines. Oh, SpongeBob.
Wearing great outfits. I believe I found the star.
What?
I believe I found.
Is there like a black chorus?
They were called sardines.
Shut up. I'm talking about, what is this, like a black gospel fucking choir? Drake singing this shit for them? 3 of them like they in the choir.
I am sorry to interrupt, but we have some very urgent business that we've been hoping, we've been searching everywhere.
Oh my God, please get out of here. These songs suck, dude.
I know it when I see it.
These songs suck. They all suck so far. What's this song?
I recognize this beat. And he smiled at me.
You know the song?
Yeah, it's best day ever. It's the shit.
Oh, it's from the show?
Yeah. You're going just waiting. Okay, whoa.
Wow. Wow.
Volcanic doomsday caught us unaware.
See, but that's the storyline of the new one.
Yeah.
So they just added what was happening.
I know.
This is pretty shitty. All right. I'm officially done. I'm officially fucking done. We're done.
Jump out of bed, then I ran outside, feeling something fine. It's the best day
But the people are retarded.